Hello and welcome to Prateek Chess Videos.
Hey just friends, today we're going to see a game between Tal and Zilber, which was an amazing game. And Tal just outshined his opponent. Yeah, so let's start the game. The game here started with e4, e6, the French defense, that's main theory, d4, d5, knight d2, c5, e into d5. Well, e into d5 is the main move. Queen into d5. This is also main move. This is kind of a sideline, but still many games are played, around 10,000. So now knight g3, knight c6. Now bishop c4, queen h5. And here actually, this here, what is in the main theory? Well, in the main theory, knight gf3 there is, but c into d4 is in the main theory. And the game continues. But knight c6 was played, bishop c4, queen h5, d into c5, 40. Still 44 games here. Now bishop into c5 is the main option, and then knight to e4. Idea here is to exchange and also clear the line of the bishop. Knight f6. Well, now knight into f6 would be such a great move, because after g into f6, here actually black's position is nice because you just traded your good knight, and the g5 square now belongs to black, and there isn't real danger on this king because of his three safe pawns and the knight on c6 and bishop on c5. So that's why knight into f6 is a kind of not so good option. Yeah, but still it was good to play. But black still chose the safer approach with knight g7. Excuse me. So wait, black still chose the safer approach with knight g7, and now bishop to g5. This is kind of a dubious move, not that great, but and now comes queen to g4, also a dubious move, not that great. Here it's attacking the e4 knight, but it's a unnecessary loss of tempo. Queen d3 protecting the knight. b6 was played. Now if you play queen to g2, which is a, a blunder, then I play rook to g1, queen to h3, and then there are variations here, but we can just take on c5. So yeah, that's why actually the bishop is hanging. So that's why b6, protecting the bishop. And now, well, not knight into c5, long castle actually. But actually b6 was also a dubious move, and long castle is also a dubious move. So both sides are just playing dubious for the for the here. And now short castle here. Uh, Not that bad. But now comes bishop to f6, which is a blunder. This may seem like a nice sacrifice, but it is actually a blunder. Here queen f4 was played, which is the best move here. King to b1. G into f6, also the best move. G3 attacking the queen. But now queen to h6, we still protect the pawn and save our queen. So now g4, idea is g5 and then opening the g file. So now queen to f4, making the queen safe and also attacking the g4 pawn. So now g5 idea is knight into f6 check with queen into h7. So now f into g5, knight f into g5. Idea is knight f6 check. Wait, knight f6 check with queen into h7 mate again. So knight to g6 blocking the diagonal. The knight is a good defender, but now h4, which is still a dubious move. I don't know what got into Tal in this game. Knight b4, another dubious move. And now queen to h3. Idea here is to play h5, playable move, and also escaping the knights. Now e5, which is a clear blunder because now this just gives away all the things you had. So before now in this position, before playing e5, what was the evaluation? You tell me. Minus 2.80, and after this, huh, that decreased it, didn't it? Now queen to g2, best move, evading the attack, and now well bishop to f5, trying to play h6 and then take the e4. Still black is winning and Tal is losing, but here Tal plays h5, which is still bad for Tal, and now bishop e7 was the best move, but now king g7 is played, which is a complete blunder which leads to white winning this game. Well, that is serious. This move just excuse me. This move just is a complete blunder. Black seriously didn't think that he uh, he can counter attack with bishop e7, at least bishop into g5. That would be not so great, but still better than what happened in the game. Yeah, with bishop e7, black would be like 1.50 or something. So now king g7, let him in with minus. White is plus 6 now. When uh, black was at minus 2.42. So the evaluation came for black winning to white completely winning. And now h6. So yeah, kind of need to explain what's happening. Why did black give up the knight? So if you don't give up the knight, play something like knight h8. Then I just come in with knight e6 check and then take your queen through a discovered attack. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's why here uh, king g7 was played, but I don't know what's the idea of such a bad move. H into g6, idea is rook into h7 check followed by mate. So now h6, and this is the best move here, because if he takes something like bishop into g6, then rook into h7 check can come, bishop into h7, and then it would be unstoppable mate. Here knight e6 check, and then it would be just mate. Yeah, here, yeah, this is a mate. So here that's why h into g6, h6 had to be played. So now bishop into f7, which is no playable move. So now idea of bishop into f7, here we take away a pawn, and now things can also go rook into h6 if you want, but that isn't happening. Knight e6 check can be also good, but we just take a pawn for now. Rook into f7, well, we have to sacrifice z into f7, h into g5, and now Black just loses this game. Knight into g5. Wait. No, no, no. Idea is 96, 96 with knight f4. So now queen into f2, which is kind of a bad move. Alright, what's our evaluation? So here it was -10, I guess. Hey, now that's not. Uh-oh, that is a brilliant move, my friend. Alright, blunder here. So queen into f2 and now just knight e6 check. And this is the forced mate because king into f7 runs into queen g7 check. King into e6, rook h6 check. Bishop to g6, queen into g6 check. Excuse me, king e7, rook to h7 check. Nowhere to go, just king f8. Queen to g7 check. King to e8. Queen to d7 check. King to f8 and then just rook h8 mate. So a brilliant game played by Mikhail Tal. The lessons from this game are that don't uh, screw in defense like this, and actually black was completely winning because of black didn't think of a counter attack. That's a lesson. uh, with defense you should also think of counter attack. Many players they just think of defense, but if we can counter attack something like bishop e7 attacking the g5, we can save our positions and and defend nicely against opponent's attack. So this was the game. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and the bell icons. Thank you.